Before moving on to the advanced map, let's take a look at some of the elements left to touch on from our previous video. The 3 chord is in between the dominant and the tonic region, and that's because it's an ambiguous chord. Sometimes it behaves as a tonic, and other times as a dominant. The 1 diminished, although in the tonic region, is usually a chord connected to the 1 chord, mostly in jazz or blues, and it deserves a place next to the tonic. This group of chords here, the 1-6-4 in major and the 1-6-4 in minor, are known as cadential 6-4 chords, and they usually precede the 5-7. Same for the 5-7 sus4. The map also shows expected paths or cadences connecting different regions or functions within the map. For example, here's the 5-1 cadence, also known as the authentic cadence. This dotted arrow from the 5-7 to the 6 chord is the deceptive cadence. In minor, there's also a deceptive cadence that goes from 5 to flat 6, represented by this dotted arrow here. And this is the plagal path, which occurs when arriving to the 1 from the subdominant region. The plagal cadence is 4-1, but any subdominant to tonic will create a plagal-like sound. The subdominant to dominant path indicated by this bracket is essential in almost any progression, and it can go either way, subdominant to dominant or dominant to subdominant. The Neapolitan 6th chord is a special case. It is shown in the dominant region, although it could be considered a subdominant chord, but it almost always precedes the 5-7, indicated by this arrow here. The Neapolitan 7th chord is also an interesting chord, but it will be much better explained in a jazz context. Well, luckily for us, our guide can show a jazz version of the map. Now you can see the functions extended, showing the 7ths. The 1 is now a 1 major 7, the 2 in minor is a minor 7 flat 5, and so on. Notice how the Neapolitan 7 from the standard map has turned into the sub 5-7. It's the same chord as the Neapolitan 7, but in jazz, it is better known as the sub 5-7. This dashed arrow represents the expected resolution of the sub 5-7 to the 1, which replaces the authentic cadence when the sub 5-7 is substituting the 5-7. Also, this dashed bracket represents the 2 minor 7 sub 5-7 progression, replacing the solid bracket when a 2 minor 7 5-7 progression is replaced by the 2 minor 7 sub 5 progression. So no matter what tonal piece of music you choose, 99% of it is going to follow these paths or cadences. Another way of looking at it is, if you're writing your own piece of music, these paths will always work. That's why in tonal harmony books and courses, they teach them. Now you have a way to see them all at the same time, functionally, or in any key. A song is a story that you can tell while traveling from function to function within the map. And if you want to arrive safely, you take the best roads. So now you have a map that not only shows you where all the best places are, but also all the best ways to get to and from all of these places. That's all for part 2. Come back next time because we're going to talk about how to understand the advanced version of our map. Thanks for watching.